Hello everyone and welcome back to the Belgian Beer Brothers channel. Cedric here in Antwerp with yet another brew review, and today we are moving on to one of the most Christmassy beers of Christmas beers. We are talking about the Sint Bernardus Christmas Ale, or Sint Bernardus Kerst. I think I haven't seen any Christmas beer tastings this year that this one wasn't included in. Not ones that I organized, not ones that I participated in. So yeah, this is a staple Christmas beer, a true classic. Now, it is very simple as well. This is a 10% ABV and the ingredients list is short with barley malt, water, sugar, hops and yeast. That's it. Yeah, I think you might find this in the States as well as in the UK as well as the whole of Europe. If you have any specialized bottle shop, you'll probably find this. They did tweak the label again. I think they do this, well, not every year, but quite often. And this is brewed by Brewery Sint Bernardus in Watou. Sint Bernardus, of course, got famous for contract brewing Westvleteren 12, on which their Abt 12 is based. But more on that later on. Today we're talking about the Christmas Ale. Oof. I may have been a bit enthusiastic there because that is way foamier than I anticipated. But hey, even I make mistakes, right? A lovely deep brown color. Not red there, well, slightly reddish, but mainly a deep brown color. A nice caramel brown. Lovely, I'd call this even dark beige foam. Very much foam, very, very carbonated, even though this is rather cold, colder than it should be. So normally the carbon dioxide should be solved into the beer. This would be a perfect solution now. Nonetheless, I was a bit too eager maybe. Nice thick and dense foam, very creamy, very velvety, snowy mountains, all the cliches are there. Well, dirty snow, but you get the gist. Very malty, a lot of carbon dioxide, but very malty nonetheless. Slightly sweet, a bit yeah, like candied sugar, so a bit caramelly, but also slightly acidic. I do get some red fruit, some berries in here, some framboise, what is that, raspberry? Raspberry. Oh, I'm on the lookout for my words. Yeah, lovely, lovely scent. Beautiful aroma, beautiful color. So let's have a taste. Cheers. Yeah, definitely awesome. Highly carbonated, more than I remember. Very boozy, and I know that the trend of the past few weeks was a lot of beers tasting lighter and lower in ABV than they actually were. Well, this one is completely the other way around. This one is 10%, and if I would have blind tasted this, I would easily said 11 or 12, because it is rather boozy. But again, of course, that carbon dioxide boosts the alcohol as well. There is a lot of ethanol flavor in there, but also a bit of candied sugar. And it doesn't say that this is spiced or herbs added, but it is a bit herbal. I do get some rosemary and thyme in there. It's also a tiny hint piney or resiny, and still very, very fruity. So this is a particular yeast that produces so many esters, resulting in a hugely complex and varied flavor profile. So if you guys can get your hands on one Christmas beer, this is the classic amongst classics. It is not a generic one. People often mistake that. But it is a absolute classic. This and the Gouden Carolus Christmas from het Anker for completely different reasons. But this is also the simplicity itself in ingredients, and the flavor profile that is produced here is so off the chart. I think this is a lesson in humility for many a brewer, craft and traditional, doesn't matter. I think this is also a great lesson for beer snobs, that a very simple beer can be complex as well. And I think this is also a great lesson for beer experts and lovers alike, in tasting, in how a beer can be different even though produced exactly the same. Now, another thing that I really like about this beer is, as many heavy and dark beers, this has a shelf life of 4.5 years. So you could stock up on them and then just compare them each year. Also, shelf life of 4.5 years. This does not mean that you have to throw them away in 4 years. So this one has a best before date of June 2028. I wouldn't mind keeping this until 2030. I would have a hard time keeping this to 2030, but that's a very different story. So I know I have rated this beer quite high quite often. I think it's somewhere around 4.25 most of the time, sometimes 3.75. But I think today, maybe I'm biased because of all the Christmas beers that I've had this year. Yeah, I'm going for a 4.25 immediately. And now that it's warming up a bit, way more of those aromas free up. I get a bit acidity, a bit sourness in the back of the throat. I get tingling on the weak tissue in the mouth, in the throat. I get more vapor, so more aroma through the nasal cavity. It's a bit more boozy. I get more licorice right now. Also, beautiful aftertaste. This is so extremely malty and breathy. Whenever I speak to American clients, they often talk about that Belgian-y flavor, that breathy, yeasty flavor. Well, this is the textbook example. So if you would like a nice, full, creamy, rounded Christmas beer with that typical Belgian yeasty, breathy flavor, yeah, just get your hands on this one. And it's also dirt cheap, so even if you don't like it, not much to lose. There, that's what I tried for the first time. Anyhow, well, we've already done the scoring because I'm all over the place these days. Time for non-alcoholic week or something. But yeah, 4.25 it is. Beautiful beer, beautiful color, lovely aroma, and such a complex flavor profile. But by all means, please guys, go out, get yourself one and discover this for yourself, and then get yourself a crate and share it with all your friends. as you should with these videos, because I am gonna give away that bottle if we are at 250 subscribers by New Year's Eve, but we'll see about that. Nonetheless, share if you care, and if you don't, hey, just as well. But if you like this particular video, please hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have any remarks or questions. That all helps the algorithm, and as you know, these days our lives are at stake. No, but we really depend on algorithms and such. Yeah, and if you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll get notified whenever I upload something. And tomorrow we'll have something a bit more special than this. This was the classic, the staple. Tomorrow, I already feel like tomorrow. But first, we're enjoying this one a bit more. Cheers, you guys.